On behalf of Lee County Sheriff Mike Scott and the men and women of the Lee County Sheriff's Office, good afternoon and welcome to our Do the Right Thing celebration for the month of March. My name is John McGraw. I'm the director of the Do the Right Thing for the Lee County Sheriff's Office. And as we stand here in a few moments to do the Pledge of Allegiance, we have a special treat today because Mark Anthony Assad is going to be signing our pledge, and Lisa Hutchins will be saying our pledge. So let's join Lisa and Mark Anthony. Let's stand and do the Pledge of Allegiance with them.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Lisa, thank you. Anthony, thank you both. Please be seated, everyone. As we get started here in our celebration of these young people this afternoon, a special word of thanks to our school district of Lee County, and in particular the school board of Lee County. A special thank you that they allow us to use this wonderful school board chambers for the monthly awards ceremony each month during the school year. We, of course, acknowledge the great work that they do. In a few moments, Kathleen Morgan will be speaking to us. She's the current chair of the school board. The vice chair is Pamela LaRiviere, Mary Fisher, Dr. Kuckel, Melissa Giovanelli, Chris Patrica, Stephen Toiber. We appreciate the fine work that they do. And I would ask at this time if Kathleen Morgan would come forward, our chair of the school board. A round of applause for Kathleen Morgan, please. Kathleen, thank you.
Thank you, John. So I like to talk to the kids. So you all know that in life, you have to make choices, and there are challenges. And how the choices you make when faced with challenges tell the community, your family, the people in school, your friends, what your character is. You know, when you start out and someday you see some money on the sidewalk and you say, should I pick it up? Should I leave it there? Should I pick it up and take it to the office and tell somebody I found the money? I saw a child being bullied. Should I say something to someone, or should I just ignore it, or should I step in? What should I do? Every day there are little challenges that arise, and as you become older, you are expected to make choices, and those choices tell the people around you what your character is. And each of you is here because you've made a difficult choice, and the community is proud of you and the character you're displaying as you go about your daily lives. And I want to say thank you to the parents, because you give us these great kids and you teach them to do the right thing, and they've had the opportunity to demonstrate that lesson. So thank you for being here to celebrate with us.
Kathleen, thank you very much. We appreciate also the support of our superintendent of schools, Dr. Gregory Atkins. We appreciate the work also behind the scenes of many people in the school district. We thank you for their support. We have with us today Dr. Pete Boathatch, Director of Student Services. A round of applause for Dr. Boathatch. Thank you for your support. One of the executive directors for school development on the high school level is Gerald Deming. Thank you for your support, Mr. Deming. Thank you. Patrick Hayhurst is here as far as school security. Patrick, thank you for the fine work you do to keep our students safe. Appreciate that. Behind the scenes, there are voice volunteers that are helping. Mary Gary is helping. Richard Catania is helping. Aga Mayoski, Pat Powers, Pat Sear. Also, goodness, many, many people behind the scenes working and helping us throughout Lee County. And we appreciate the fine work that our volunteers do in Lee County. A round of applause for our voice volunteers as well. Lieutenant Donnie Fuels working behind the scenes, and also Miriam Dotson is here helping take pictures today of our celebration. So a round of applause for them, acknowledging their fine work. Representing Sheriff Mike Scott today is Staff Officer Claude Tyus. Staff Officer Tyus, would like to share a few words? Please come forward. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Good afternoon, parents, high school officials,
all of you who helped to raise our young people. It's good to see you guys here. Young people, today is your day. You guys are about to get some more hardware to add to your collection, and we appreciate what you've done, made the right decision, and thus we're gonna celebrate your day today. There's some little people back here, all the way up to big people, you know. He probably shaves more than I do, but no, really honestly, the sheriff's office, we're not just county-wide, we go all the way up to the top of the state in trying to ensure Lee County residents the best life they can have, best lives that you guys can have. We appreciate you parents that are reinforcing the goodness of these young people. We want you to know that we're with you in your endeavor. Because when I was little, there was a saying that it takes a tribe to raise a young person. And that's still the case, but we appear to be more and more isolated, especially with the electronic devices. But we just need you guys to know that Team Green is with you in this endeavor. So whatever you need, just give us a call. We'll be there for you. Thank you.
Staff Officer Tyus, thank you very much. I forgot to mention Linda Walker, another voice member, is here helping. So Linda, thank you for being with us. A round of applause for her. We're going to have a little bit of a change in our program because of the school resource officers here. We're going to ask at this time if Robert Kimby would come forward. Robert, round of applause for Robert Kimby, please. Come on down, Robert. Where are you? Robert Kimby of Lehigh Acres is a senior at Lehigh Senior High School. His principal is Principal Jackie Corey. His school resource officer is Corporal Garfield Young. If family and friends, principal and school resource officer would come forward at this time, I will share Robert's story. Representing the principal today is Assistant Principal Schlichter. Thank you for being here, Assistant Principal. Lehigh Senior High School Junior ROTC instructor, Lieutenant Colonel Timothy Walter, wrote that Cadet Robert Kimby has demonstrated courage and commitment to help others in a time of emergency. He took positive, decisive action when wildfires in Lehigh Acres consumed many acres of forest and was threatening to destroy many homes. Upon learning of a local family's home that was becoming surrounded by the wildfires, and the family was still in their dwelling, Cadet Robert Kimby went to aid the family and help them evacuate that day. Once the family was evacuated and safe, Cadet Kimby assisted local officials by directing traffic away from the affected area. Cadet Kimby's instinct to aid others in trouble displays the values that are taught in junior ROTC and the Explorers program of the Lee County Sheriff's Office. And for that we say, Robert, thank you for choosing to do the right thing. The Lee County Sheriff's Office is very proud of you. Congratulations. Thank you. Kenneth Edmond, a round of applause for Kenneth Edmond, please. Kenneth Edmond of Lehigh Acres is a junior at Lehigh Senior High School. If family and friends, a school resource officer, and assistant principal would come forward, I will share Kenneth's story. Lehigh Acres Senior High School ESE teacher Monica Gross and ESE department head Michelle Smith wrote in the nomination letter that Kenny was on the bus waiting to go home after dismissal when he noticed a classmate that was beginning to experience medical distress. He immediately responded and informed the bus driver of what was happening. He also asked if he could go get his teacher to aid and help further. This was a very responsible act that helped his classmate get the medical attention they needed. He initiated help on his own without any hesitation that day. We are very proud of Kenny and his quick thinking, and for that we say, Kenny, thank you for choosing to do the right thing. The Lee County Sheriff's Office is very proud of you. Congratulations. Mark Anthony Assad, who signed the pledge today. Anthony, please come forward. A round of applause for Anthony Assad, please. Anthony Assad of Cape Coral is a 5th grade student at Allen Park Elementary School. Anthony's principal is Lisa Eastridge. Anthony's school resource officer is Deputy Jennifer Gayton. Representing the principal today is Assistant Principal Stephanie Metzger, and also Anthony's teacher, Renee Wagner. Pachiva is here. So everyone please come forward and we'll hear Mark Anthony Assad's story. Lee County Safety Department Fire and Safety Coordinator Dorn Bedau wrote that Anthony is such a caring, giving child and full of life. He is a child who reaches out to help others and finds ways to show them care and compassion. Before Christmas, Anthony wanted badly to get involved in helping members of the United States Armed Forces. He became instrumental in getting his own financial funds together at age 10 to purchase the many items to place in the stockings and send overseas to our soldiers. This was an unselfish act of a boy who sacrificed his own money to do this. He has also done a fantastic job at school safety patrol at Allen Park Elementary School, and I cannot compliment him enough. Mark Anthony Assad, thank you for choosing to do the right thing. The Lee County Sheriff's Office is very proud of you. Congratulations. Kaylee Ackley, a round of applause for Kaylee Ackley, please. Say your name, Callie. Okay, Callie. Thank you, Callie. Callie Ackley of Estero is a 2nd grade student at Pinewoods Elementary School. Her principal is Principal Leslie Gunderson. Her school resource officer is Corporal Paul Howard. If family and friends would come forward, principal and school resource officer, I will share Callie's story. Pinewoods Elementary School 2nd grade teacher Jane Swedish wrote that Callie and her mother were outside Publix in the parking lot, and Callie found a wallet full of cash, credit cards, and ID. She asked her mother, I wonder how that happened. Her mother asked her, what should we do? It has lots of cash and credit cards in it. Callie said, turn it in. After they turned it in to a Publix manager, her mother asked her why she chose to do that. Callie said, Mom, it was the right thing to do. Callie, thank you. for choosing to do the right thing. The Lee County Sheriff's Office is very proud of you. Congratulations. We're going to honor two students at this time, Malachi Van and also Veronica Wan. Malachi and Veronica, are you here? Come on down. I don't see, Veronica, are you here? The principal will have to take Veronica's trophy and certificate to the school. Malachi Van of Lehigh Acres is a 5th grade student. Veronica Wan of Lehigh Acres is a 3rd grade student. Both students attend Harns Marsh Elementary School. Their principal is Tracy Zinoniani. Their school resource officer is Deputy Donna Iosa McNally. And representing the principal today is Assistant Principal Richard Perdue. So family and friends would come forward at this time. And school resource officer and assistant principal, I will share Malachi's story and also Veronica's story. Malachi, thank you. I'm having a bad pronunciation day. I'm so sorry. I'm messing all these names up. Lehigh Senior High School ESE teacher Michelle Smith wrote that my son left his trumpet on the school bus. And when other students discovered this on the bus, they opened up the case and they started messing with it. And this is a very expensive musical instrument. It is. Malachi and Veronica stopped the students, said, wait a minute, stop this. They took control of the trumpet. They identified a contact number, a telephone number on the trumpet case, and they called the number to get the trumpet back to its rightful owner. They took it home with them and arranged to meet me to return the trumpet. They helped save an expensive piece of musical equipment. They made recovery possible. And for that we say, Malachi, thank you for choosing to do the right thing. The Lee County Sheriff's Office is very proud of you. Congratulations. Ryder Wilson, a round of applause for Ryder Wilson, please. Ryder Wilson of Alva is a 1st grade student at Bayshore Elementary School. Ryder's principal is Principal Ben Osmond, and school resource officer is Deputy Rachel Fithian-Bauer. If family and friends would come forward, and principal and school resource officer, I will share Ryder's story. Bayshore Elementary School 1st grade teacher Danielle Moraine wrote that Ryder makes a point to thank our military men and women for their service. He has spent time at our local recruitment office thanking people for their service and even passed out gift cards for coffee. At a young age, Ryder understands the sacrifice made by our military and does his best to show his respect and appreciation. And for that we say, Ryder, thank you for choosing to do the right thing. The Lee County Sheriff's Office is very proud of you. Congratulations. Ryder, come here a second. There's people on television watching. This is live TV. Turn to the camera. What do you want to tell the men and women from the armed forces? How do you want to thank them? Really heartfelt.
Thank you for your service.
Good job.
Wonderful. Thank you, Ryder. Yeah. Wow. Madison Harder's not here today. Madison, you didn't show up last minute. We'll honor you at school. Emerson Lothar. Emerson's here. Where are you, Emerson? Come on down. A round of applause for Emerson, please. Emerson Lowther of Cape Coral is a kindergarten student at Hancock Creek Elementary School. Her principal is Dr. Cynthia Denise Phillips Luster. Her school resource officer is Deputy Rachel Fithian Bauer. And representing, I believe, the principal today is intervention specialist Don Ing. So family and friends, Don Ing, would please come forward and we'll share Emerson's story. Hancock Creek Elementary School prevention specialist Don Ing wrote in the nomination letter that while the school was hosting its family night with reading and math activities located throughout the campus, Emerson found cash on the ground outside a classroom. Once found, Emerson began to ask several people if the money belonged to them. But it did not. No one said it was theirs. Emerson then turned the money into the school office with the hope that the owner would claim it. And for your honesty and your attempts to find whose money it was, we say, Emerson, thank you for choosing to do the right thing. The Lee County Sheriff's Office is very proud of you. Congratulations. Jillian Largo Morales, a round of applause for Jillian Largo Morales, please. Jillian Largo Morales of Lehigh Acres is a fifth grade student at Sunshine Elementary School. Her principal is Principal Cherry Gibson. School resource officer is Deputy Kayla Campisi. If family and friends, a principal and school resource officer would come forward at this time, I will share Jillian's story. Sunshine Elementary School fifth grade teacher Vanessa Reynolds wrote that Jillian Largo Morales is one of the single most kind and considerate fifth graders I have ever met. She's always willing to lend a helping hand to help anyone. This was incredibly important to a new student in our class. This student was new to our country and new to the English language. Jillian has taken her under her wing and made sure that our new classmate always knows what is going on and helps communicate with others who do not speak Spanish. Jillian has been instrumental in welcoming and working with the new student, and her help has been invaluable. She is a wonderful kid who is practically always doing the right thing. And for that we say, Jillian, thank you for choosing to do the right thing. The Lee County Sheriff's Office is very proud of you. Congratulations. Kiara Williams. Kiara, are you here? A round of applause for Kiara Williams, please. Kiara. Thank you, Kiara. Kiara Williams of Lehigh Acres is a fourth grade student at Tortuga Preserve Elementary School. Her principal is Dr. Scott Lee Master, and her school resource officer is Donna Iosa McNally. If family and friends and principal and school resource officer would come forward at this time, I will share Kiara's story. Tortuga Preserve Elementary School fourth grade teacher Aubrey Small wrote that this young woman has shown time and time again that she believes in doing the right thing. She saw an incident on the bus, and that made her feel uncomfortable. She knew immediately that she had to act. She came to a teacher to report it, and do so, she reported it without any hesitation. The incident could not have been addressed if she had not come forward and shared the information. I'm so proud of her courage and her quick action. And for that we say, Kiara, thank you for choosing to do the right thing. The Lee County Sheriff's Office is very proud of you. Congratulations. Kane Palmer, a round of applause for Kane Palmer, please. Kane Palmer of Fort Myers is a kindergarten student at Tortuga Preserve Elementary School. If family and friends would come forward at this time, and principal, I will share Kane's story. Tortuga Preserve Elementary School intervention specialist Michelle R. Northrop wrote that Kane was awarded a monetary prize for selling the most items at a fundraiser. To be exact, he was in a money machine and he caught $67. That's a lot of money for a kindergarten student. When I asked Kane what he was going to spend the money on, he said, I'm going to buy toys for children who do not have any. I said, Kane, aren't you even going to buy yourself a little toy? Kane replied, I don't need it. The other kids do. When I spoke to his mom about his wonderful gesture, she shared that this was all his idea. Kane did, in fact, buy toys down to the last penny, the entire $67, and he donated them to the Golisano Children's Hospital. And he did all this before Christmas. Kane, thank you for choosing to do the right thing. The Lee County Sheriff's Office is very proud of you. Congratulations. Riley Godwin, a round of applause for Riley Godwin, please. Riley Godwin of North Fort Myers is a second grade student at River Hall Elementary School. Riley's principal is Dr. Alice Barfield, and school resource officer is Deputy Donna Iosa McNally. If family and friends would come forward at this time, also school counselor Mr. Eric Canseco, I will share Riley's story. Great. River Hall Elementary School second grade teacher Andres Rodriguez wrote that Riley is always willing to help the teachers and others. She is a natural leader. As our class secretary, she answers the phone in a very professional manner and will solve many of the problems and answer most of the questions without the teacher ever having to come to the telephone. She always makes sure that everyone is prepared to learn. She even provides pencils to those that don't have any. Riley, we need you in my office, at the sheriff's office. Riley Godwin, thank you for choosing to do the right thing. The Lee County Sheriff's Office is very proud of you. Congratulations. Thank you. Isaac Canil Valencia, are you here? I don't know if Isaac is here. Isaac, we'll have to honor you at school then. Mr. Conseco will take your trophy to school. Daniel Zelmer. Daniel, are you here? Come on down. A round of applause for Daniel Zelmer, please. Daniel Zelmer of Lehigh Acres is a third grade student at Lehigh Elementary School. His principal is Sherry Whiff. His school resource officer is Deputy First Class Bradley Weish. If family and friends principal and school resource officer would come forward at this time, I will share Daniel's story. Lehigh Elementary School physical education teacher Kevin Tannehill wrote that Daniel Zelmer became aware of a safety concern at school. He knew what he had to do. He reported the information he had to school authorities. They were then able to take appropriate steps to alleviate the safety concern. The result is that his actions protected the entire school. We have over 1,200 students at Lehigh Elementary School, and they are safe because of his actions and because of his bravery. And for that we say, Daniel, thank you for choosing to do the right thing. The Lee County Sheriff's Office is very proud of you. Congratulations. Olivia Morales, a round of applause for Olivia Morales, please. Olivia Morales of Lehigh Acres is a third grade student at Lehigh Elementary School. If family and friends and school resource officer would come forward at this time, I will share Olivia's story. Lehigh Elementary School teacher Chelsea Zaborowski wrote that Olivia is always nice to her peers. She loves teaching others new skills and making her classmates feel special. Olivia came late to school one morning with our guidance counselor and another one of my students, who had come off the bus very upset. Olivia had walked by the guidance counselor's office earlier morning to find the student crying. Olivia walked into her office and asked if everything was okay and if she could walk her to class since they are both in the same classroom. Olivia made the other student feel so much better that day. And hearing this story just made my heart melt. Olivia is such a sweet young girl. And for that we say, Olivia, thank you for choosing to do the right thing. The Lee County Sheriff's Office is very proud of you. Congratulations. Joden Thomas Grote, I don't think you're here. Joden, are you here? We'll honor you at school. Isaiah Hunter, a round of applause for Isaiah Hunter, please. Isaiah Hunter of Lehigh Acres is a 6th grade student at Varsity Lakes Middle School. Isaiah's principal is Matthew Maderos. His school resource officer is Deputy Tim Harder. Representing the principal today is Assistant Principal Stephanie Booker. If family and friends, school resource officer, and assistant principal would come forward, I will share Isaiah's story. Varsity Lakes Middle School staff member Charlene Vandermark and paraprofessional Betsy Alonzo wrote in the nomination letter that Isaiah takes his younger sister to the bus stop every morning due to his parents working. One day, Isaiah was late taking his sister to the bus stop, and because of that, they missed her bus. He then decided to have his sister come to school with him, and someone there would help them. Isaiah, that is so very creative. I like the way you think. He then had his sister ride his bike while he walked beside her to his school. Upon arriving to the school, he came into the front office seeking help, asking for help, begging for help. Deputy Harder, the school resource officer, took the student, his sister, to her school. Later in the day, Isaiah came back into the office to check on his sister. We were so impressed by this young man for being so responsible and mature when it came to caring for his younger sister, who was 8 years old. And for that we say, Isaiah, thank you for choosing to do the right thing. The Lee County Sheriff's Office is very proud of you. Congratulations. Iriana Reyes, a round of applause for Iriana Reyes, please. How was that? Okay, thank you. Iriana Reyes of Lehigh Acres is a 6th grade student at Lehigh Acres Middle School. Iriana's principal is Principal Nikita Watson. Her school resource officer is Corporal Eduardo Afanador. If family and friends would come forward, Corporal Afanador and Principal, I will share Iriana's story. Lehigh Acres Middle School school resource officer, Corporal Eduardo Afanador, wrote that Iriana Reyes advised a teacher that a fellow student was in crisis and hurting themselves. The teacher advised the school resource officer of the student in crisis. Steps were then immediately taken to get the student the help they needed to deal with their crisis. Her decision to get the student help took courage, and it took a deep, caring heart. And for that, we say, Iriana, thank you for choosing to do the right thing. The Lee County Sheriff's Office is very proud of you. Congratulations. Lisa Marie Hutchins, who led us in our Pledge of Allegiance, please come forward. Great job on the pledge. With Anthony. Lisa Marie Hutchins of Fort Myers is a senior at Dunbar Senior High School. Her principal is Principal Carl Burnside. Her school resource officer is Corporal Ranju George. If family and friends would come forward at this time, also members of the Ding Darling National Wildlife Refuge, and also school resource officer and principal, I'll share Lisa Marie's story. And Lisa, your teacher, Mr. Kellum, is here too. Sorry, I forgot that you were here. Dunbar High School teacher Andrew Kellum wrote in the nomination letter that Lisa Marie Hutchins has been a volunteer at the Ding Darling National Wildlife Refuge on Sanibel Island during her summer vacations. This allowed her to help visitors and wildlife at the refuge. Her time there also convinced her that she was passionate about helping animals and that she should major in biology in college. She envisions this future degree as a way to pursue a career in biology and help animals even more. Her dedication to helping people and animals is to be commended. Now, Lisa, we're going to do a commercial. What do you want to tell the visitors at home about, Ding Darling National Wildlife Refuge? What should they be doing?
Well, what you should be doing at home to help the environment more is to decrease your plastic use and to also keep your yard clean and from invasive species. So make sure you plant native Florida plants. That'll help the environment very well.
What about the refuge? Let's have a commercial about the refuge.
I thought you said at home. So going to the refuge, either at your house or where you live, and I don't know if you all live here, but the one closest to you will help a lot. One thing about J.N. Ding Darling National Wildlife Refuge is that it's one of the most visited refuges in the nation. It's very mind-opening. You see a lot of beautiful birds down here. You also see a lot of alligators there. And the education center is great because you learn a lot. There's lots of activities for children there too. And it's for free.
Thank you for choosing to do the right thing. The Lee County Sheriff's Office is very proud of you. Congratulations. Wow. Wow. Jacob Klein, a round of applause for Jacob Klein, please. Jacob Klein of Fort Myers is a junior at Lehigh Senior High School. His principal is Principal Angela Rolls, his school resource officer, Cypress Lake High School, right? Cypress Lake High? I got the high school wrong. I caught it, though. Jacob Klein is a junior at Cypress Lake High School, and his principal is Principal Angela Rolls, and his school resource officer is Deputy Andrew Penny. If family and friends would come forward, and teachers and the principal from Cypress Lake High School will honor Jacob Klein. See you, sir. Oh, God. I'll take, yeah, that's good. Cypress Lake High School School Resource Officer, Deputy First Class Andrew Penny wrote that Jacob became aware of a serious safety concern. Jacob, having sincere concern for the safety of all his fellow students, immediately reported the concern to school administration. Jacob's act of courage maintained the safety of his school, and administrators were then able to take the appropriate steps to fully alleviate the safety concern. His actions and decisions that were taken that day reflected courage and an inner strength, and for that we say, Jacob Klein, thank you for choosing to do the right thing. The Lee County Sheriff's Office is very proud of you. Congratulations. And I was informed that Veronica is here. Veronica Wan is here. Round of applause for Veronica Wan. Veronica, do you want to be by yourself? You want Malachi to come up with you? Leave Malachi up there? We already talked about him. Because Malachi and Veronica are honored together, but we'll do Veronica by herself. Malachi, you okay with that? Okay? Okay. Veronica Wan resides in Leah Acres, and she is a third-grade student. And she attends Harns Marsh Elementary School. Her principal is Principal Tracy Zeno Niani. Her school resource officer is Deputy Donna Iosa McNally. And her assistant principal is here, Richard Perdue, representing a principal. Please come forward, family and friends, as we honor Veronica Wan. Lehigh Senior High School ESE teacher Michelle Smith wrote in the nomination letter that my son left his trumpet on the school bus and other students started messing with it. We've heard this story before, haven't we? It's a good story. I think they were doing more than mess with it. I think they probably attempted to play it and probably were ruining it. Malachi and Veronica Wan stopped the students from destroying the instrument and took control of the trumpet. They identified a telephone number on the trumpet case and called the telephone number to get it back to its rightful owner. They took it home with them and arranged to meet me to return the trumpet. They helped save an expensive piece of musical equipment and made recovery possible. And for that we say, Veronica Wan, thank you, and Malachi for choosing to do the right thing. The Lee County Sheriff's Office is very proud of you. Congratulations. Did anyone else slip in before we got to the end? Anybody else here? Traffic is really hard lately, isn't it? Finally today, the television air dates on Lee County Government Access Channel 97 Lee TV is tentatively set to start Saturday, April 7th at 8 o'clock, and it'll air for several Saturday evenings, about 4 weeks long. Today's ceremony will also be rebroadcast on Lee Schools TV, Learn TV, Comcast Channel 99, and CenturyLink Cable 89. It will air daily at 9 in the morning and 8 p.m. starting at April 2nd. But please check those websites to confirm those air dates and air times. We ask that the students stay for a group photo after our ceremony is over today. And as we conclude today, let us always take to heart these stories, these inspiring stories that we've heard today. And let's always choose to do the right thing. Let's have one final standing ovation for our students we've honored today, please. Thank you.